Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Gold Edition Sandy Bay. We are going to continue with the orchard today. I initially said that I might not do it because obviously we're going to be transferring over to multiplayer. However, I think it'd be a real shame not to expand it. So, in this video, or at least for the first half of this video, we are going to be making... I don't know what number field it is. This is where I always get confused. I think it's field 31. Yes, we're going to make that much bigger. We might make it half the size of the field. We might even take up the whole field. It just depends how many trees we can afford. Obviously, buying fully grown trees is a very expensive way of making an orchard. However, that is the way we're going to have to do it today. And also, if we do it that way, it means we don't have to put a hedge around, just at the front, just to sort of put a boundary on it. And also the wool, just there, the wool pallet, that needs to be moved so that another one can spawn. But that isn't much of a job. But yeah, I think we should probably wash this. It's a bit dirty. Just bringing it back from the enchanted forest. So we'll drop it off here. Yeah, can't believe we're already on episode 46. It feels like 5 seconds ago that I started this series. Unbelievable. It's so dirty you can't even read the word Turbo Farmer. Well, that's an improvement. Let's see if we can get it any cleaner. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, wow. You can actually see its original colours again. So, let's just park the telehandler here for now. We'll turn the engine off, of course. And we're going to run down to the orchard, which is just down here. Yeah, I don't really know how much of this field to take up. Yeah, I think if we had the whole field as an orchard, we'll be out of money. We might not even be able to do half a field. But we'll give it a go, see how far we can go with the money we've got. So, let's go into our placeable section. And yeah, we've got £1,500 per tree. That, to be honest, is quite expensive. So, we might not be able to get too many more, actually. So maybe we should expand this way, instead of expanding up the field. That might be a better option. So, yeah, first thing to do is probably to get rid of that hedge which is going down the side, because that is restricting our positioning of the new trees. Bit like playing The Sims, this. We're placing things down. Yeah, the only thing here actually as well is we haven't actually mowed the grass, so we'll have to do that at some point as well. But we are now at the stage where we can start to put some more trees in. We'll start with the apple trees. I think, are these are the apple trees and then these are the pears? I think I might get confused. There's no fruit on those trees, but it doesn't really matter anyway. So let's just do another row of trees here. We'll come up to the same place, about there. And yeah, we'll do 2 rows of apples and then the rest can be pears. Getting them placed closely together is the tricky part, but that looks okay. Now for the pears. Now these aren't going to go as far down because there's another tree in the way. Yeah, this seriously does remind me of The Sims. Placing all your trees in the garden. Yeah, we don't want to come any further out than that. And finally, one more row just here to finish it off nicely. And then we'll put the hedge across the top. It doesn't really work going downhill anyway. It's a bit jaggedy. So that is, I would say, the best thing to do. All I have to do now is find our hedge. I think it was a fir hedge that we used before. Yep. So we'll do exactly the same thing again. Placing them slightly inside one another until we get to the boundary wall. Well, there's a bit there, but you can walk through there if you want to. That, I would say, is a much more impressive orchard. Still not amazing, because we can't actually afford it, but still pretty good. And that is our entrance to the orchard just there. So in a future video, we'll probably do a bit more topping in this side. And yes, we would never have been able to afford trees going all the way up to the top, but just that section down below still looks pretty impressive. I do like that. Anyway, on to the next job of today. Just notice we've lost £12,000 there, plus a bit more. Yes, next job of today is to move the pallet of wool. And then we're going to have to find something else to do. I think the cows might need a bit of work, so it's a bit of pottering around the main yard today, I think. We need to go and find the pallet forks, and then we'll be able to lift that pallet up and probably put it under cover where we put it before. Oh, and the cow gate is open again. If only they were automatic. Just these ones, because I am forever forgetting to shut these. Now, where did I put those forks? I can't remember. Here they are. Field 20 does need to be planted, but I think I'm going to do that off screen. Most likely I will do, because that in itself is, what, an hour's work in real time, maybe even more. So I really do not want to bore you with that. I think that what I'll do is I'll do that off screen, and then after that we'll go and spray the field with our self-propelled sprayer, so we get maximum yield out of it. I think that is the best thing to do. Anyway, this pallet is certainly overflowing. The next one has been waiting to spawn for a very long time. Once again, failed. Let's try again. Maybe I got it that time. Just not on enough, but it will do. Right, so the next pallet can now spawn. I'm sure it will do any second. It'll probably be full. That is seriously bad loading. Because it's been such a long time. Oh, it's still not on properly. Oh. Just never been good at this. Now the shed which I used to keep these in is probably now full, but I'm sure there'll be somewhere for it. Oh no, it's still empty. And we'll go and shut the gate and see if the other pallet has spawned. It'd be interesting to see how full it actually is. Another job which does have to be done is to sell the sugar beet, which is in the heap. Oh no, it's not there yet. Oh well. Yes, we have a heap of sugar beet from the other day, and we've got the conveyor belt over there, but I was just sort of waiting for the price to go up a bit. It might have gone up now. Well, it's on the rise. It's obviously not great demand, and a few of you will probably get on to me about selling stuff when it's not great demand. However, it does need to be done. So we have about 16 minutes before the price changes to sell as much as we possibly can, because obviously every hour the price has changed, and if we've sold a load, it's going to plummet. So we need to get a big trailer. We already have the Stuart trailer over there, but that is obviously not very big. Although we are only right next door to the sell point, I think it'd be still a lot of work using that Stuart trailer. So the best thing to do is to rent a bigger trailer. Now I have just bought a new trailer, and we're going to go and pick it up from the cow field, and we'll most likely use the 7930. However, I was in the process of bringing them back, and we had a bit of an accident on the farm. So I don't know what we're going to do about this. We're probably have to go reset it, but yes, hopefully the insurance will cover the issues which have happened here. Yes, handbrake turn I think. So I will sort this out off screen and deal with the insurance. Okay, so I have actually managed to upright it again somehow. No idea how it happened. It just sort of flipped over and then went up again. So that means we don't have to reset it, we can bring it straight back to the farm and we'll be able to put it away despite the slight damage on the back. So here we are back in the farmyard. I'm going to just reverse the cultivators into the front area here of the yard. I think that is probably the best thing to do. So we'll stop that one there. Otherwise it's going to get completely in the way. And yeah, they probably could do with being washed, but I'm sure the rain will do the cultivators. We'll wash the tractors after we've done the sugar beet. And yeah, hopefully there's enough space there between the planter there and the cultivator for the other one. This tractor we're in now can be for the conveyor belt, and the John Deere can be for the trailer. And it should be quite a smooth process. We now only have 7 minutes left, so it might actually be worth waiting for the hour to change and not sell anything, because then the price will still be up and we'll get a full hour doing it. So yeah, I could skip to 5 o'clock. That might actually be quite a good idea. So we'll go and get the trailer on, and by then it should be 5 o'clock. Yeah, the price is pretty much the same. I think it's gone up by £1. So pretty good. I'm glad we've waited. We will get that attached and we'll begin the selling process. Now whether we sell it all today or not, I'm not too sure. We might just do a few loads and then do the rest maybe next week. But I would like to get some done, because not only do we have a load in storage here, but we've got all that in the field. So we have heaps and heaps of sugar beet, which just needs to be sold. So off we go. The Massey Ferguson is following us. We'll be able to get it all set up. I do like using the conveyor belt, because not only does it speed the process up, but I suppose it's the next best thing to the sugar beet loaders. I'm sorry, I don't know the technical name for it, but you know, I use one actually, the roper. Is it sugar beet? It's not a sugar beet lifter. No, it essentially just loads them into all the sugar beet into a lorry from the pile. But it is the next best thing, I would say, the conveyor belt. Right, so let's move the Terra variant out of the way. The steward trailer can stay where it is. It's not really a problem there. And then I think we'll just position this one just over here slightly, because we need to know where the conveyor belt is actually going to go. Put the conveyor belt onto the Massey Ferguson. I do seem to be using this mod so much recently, just because it's so handy. And that is a pretty big heap. I think that's probably the fullest I've ever done one of these heaps. We've put everything, the whole field pretty much, except for a few loads, into just that one heap. So, let me remember how you do this. You press J, and that should expand everything, should lift it all up. And then we're going to pan it across to the right. Into the heap. And then swing to the left it's going to be. And that is where we'll position the trailer. Okay, so back into the John Deere. It's a bit of a palaver setting it all up, but once it's done, it works so well. So this trailer is going to have quite a large capacity, but it's still going to be many loads of that trailer just to get rid of this. I think there was about 250,000 litres of sugar beet here. Very, very full. You can see it going down on the control gauge, but yeah, there is so much here. That trailer's almost full. There we go. So yes, it's 46,900 litres every load. So it's going to be 6 or 7 loads in the end. The good thing is, our destination is just here. Oh yeah, I forgot this was a side tip trailer. I think it probably does work backwards as well. I think it is a multifunctional trailer. It can tip sideways or backwards. Probably just depending on whereabouts you position it on the trigger. But that gave us a bit, nothing really too spectacular. But it's all extra money. It's all going to go towards other things which we're going to buy in the future on a different map and also this map. Because I'm in the habit now of transferring the money over from one map to another, which is what we'll do again. We'll transfer everything from Sandy Bay over to Knaveswell, which I'll be starting very soon. We'll put a bit in the front and then we'll move it to the back, just so it's got the weight on the drawbar. And there we go for load number 2. Quite an evenly distributed load that, so it should be quite stable. Unlike my Massey Ferguson tractor, which we tipped over. Honestly, I wasn't even going that fast with it and it just flipped. I think it must be the cultivator, quite top heavy. This time I'm going to position it right on the end and see if it still side tips. So just as the trigger is disappearing, right, it's gone. So there. Yep, it does tip backwards. I would imagine it's faster at tipping backwards than it is sideways. Yes, it's not very impressive really, is it? £12,000. Maybe the price has gone down. Should really be waiting for great demand, but we might finish the map before that happens, so we can't wait forever. Right, load number 3. So I think there is approximately 100,000 litres remaining in the heap. So that would be 2 more full loads and then just a tiny bit left over in the 3rd load, which we could actually put in the Stuart trailer. $85,000 litres left in this heap. That's the next one, and I think 1 and a bit left now. It's starting to disappear quite quickly. Only 25,000 litres left. It'll be just like a puddle when this trailer's full. It'll be next to nothing. Okay, it might have just come off the trigger. %, and that's 100%. So we've got just over 2,000 litres left in our puddle of sugar beet. But yeah, on the whole, I wouldn't say it was worth doing the sugar beet because it's quite a lot of work and effort for not too much in return. However, it's... Oh no, I'm indicating left to go right. Oops. Yes, however, it is something. It's something different to do. I do like doing sugar beet, but in small quantities, because if you do too much sugar beet in one go, it can get a bit repetitive, I suppose. Because you are obviously not taking in as much in one go, it's much slower to harvest, but it is quite a therapeutic job. Anyway, let's go back for our final load, and we are actually now back over £100,000 again. So yeah, it's a lot. You have to sell a lot to get some money, but yeah, we have actually made some money. Although the Holman DLC did cost us quite a bit. Like the sugar beet harvester was a bit to rent, and so was the Terra variant. I didn't necessarily need to rent the Terra variant, but I just thought it'd be quite nice to use it. Anyway, this will take a while to fill. And off we go to the store with our final load. There it is. It's an impressive one, but every bit matters. So, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Yeah, it's just been a few odd bits today. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing next week. Probably sorting out field 20, but we'll have to see. And yes, please do let me know if you want me to do the planting of that field on or off screen. But that is it for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.